Hey everybody, it's Reckless, and welcome to Breaking the Fourth Wall. Today is August 12th, 2016, and it is also a Friday, which means it is another week of Xur. It is another week of Xur, and it is week 101. So, whoops, hey, there's a wall right there. We'll do it again. Xur is located in the tower north, by that big wonderful door that we never have a chance to go through. So let's go see what he has in his shadow shop this week. And so far, I heard it was nothing but a disappointment. And there he is. What's up, dude?
It's a bad-smelling place. The knives
So, we are going to start with the Curios first. We have Emerald Coil and Void Drive, both of those for your rare sparrows to upgrade them to legendaries. Then we have your Heavy Ammo Synthesis. You get 3 for 1 strange coin. Then we have your 3 of coins. You get 5 for 7 strange coin. Then we have your Glass Needles. You get 3 for 3 strange coins, 3 motes of light, and 1 exotic shard. Then we have your Material Exchange. You get 1 mote of light for 2 strange coins. Now, I really don't have anything on this character. I usually keep all my main stuff that I use constantly on my main character, which is my Warlock. So yeah, that's why it's not going to highlight for anything. Titans, we're going to start with you guys first. You guys get the Taikonaut with a Discipline Strength roll. Main perk on this is Air Traffic Control, which all rocket launchers gain tracking. Radar remains visible while zooming with heavy weapons, and heavy ammo drops more often. Secondary perks on this are Access to Assets, Heavy Lifting, and Better Already. Now this is a decent exotic for the Titan. I wouldn't call it a main or a go-to exotic to have. Yes, it does give you tracking on your rockets, and yes, you do get heavy ammo drops more often. However, this will probably most likely be good in PvE, that's player versus environment, and not so much PvP. Reason being is because, granted, even though tracking is nice on some rockets, it's not good on every. And if you did want to actually use this, I probably would use it with a rocket launcher that has tripod and grenades and horseshoes. That way you can max out the effectiveness of the Taikonaut. But as a tier, I probably would give this maybe a tier 2.5 in PvE. But this thing definitely gets a tier 3 or 3.5 in PvP. There are better exotics to use for the Titan, and I wouldn't waste my time on the Taikonaut just to get tracking on rockets. And also, in PvP, that heavy ammo drops more often. Doesn't really work that way. And you don't get more heavy ammo in PvP just by having a Taikonaut on anyways. So, like I said, a 2.5 in PvE and a 3 to 3.5 in PvP. So, if you guys want it, grab it. If you guys don't want it, grab it anyway, shard it, call it a day. I actually don't have one on me because I don't use it at all. Yeah, so that's just me. So, next exotic we are going to be going over is the Young Ahamkara Spine for the Hunter. It is a full discipline build. Main perk on this is Field Trip, which increase trip mine grenade duration and gain an additional trip mine grenade charge. Secondary perks on this are Fastball, Impact Induction, Auto Rifle Loader, and Machine Gun Loader. Now, real quick, if you guys know how to farm for the Imago Loop, and I actually forgot which one it was, the Restorative Mind, that strike. This is amazing, actually. I'm pretty sure it'll work on the Undying Mind as well, but for the Restorative Mind, you could farm the Imago Loop for days with this thing as long as you and your other teammates have it. It's just perfect. It's amazing. It really is. This definitely is a good exotic for the Gunslinger, and just because it's specifically for the Gunslinger, because only the Gunslinger has trip mine grenades, I would give this a yeah, I guess I could say a 1.5 to tier 2 in PvP, but for PvE, I probably would give it a straight 2. The only reason that the PvP version, oh, not PvP version, but only reason why it gets a higher tier in PvP is because having extra trip mine grenades is amazing. It's like having extra lightning grenades. You know, you can set yourself up in like a perfect area and just snipe all day as long as you have your trip mine grenades watching your six or your sides if your back is to a wall. And yeah, it's wow. So yeah, I would get this if I were you and you guys use the gunslinger a lot. If not, grab it anyway, shard it, call it a day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, moving on. Next exotic we are going over is the Starfire Protocol for the Warlock. It has a discipline strength roll. Only all discipline this week, huh? Yeah, it is. Main perk on this is Starfire Protocol. Go figure. Which you gain an additional fusion grenade. Secondary perks on this are special ammo, heavy ammo, void burn defense, and solar armor. Now, I don't care which subclass you are for this. Oh, not subclass, I'm sorry. I don't care which exotic you use. However, I would not use the Starfire Protocol. Reason being is because granted, yes, it gives you an additional fusion grenade. However, the Sunsinger itself already gives you a additional grenade. And not only does it give you an additional grenade, but you get to have an additional whatever grenade you want. Now, by putting the Starfire Protocol on and activating that additional grenade does not give you 3 grenades. You still max out at only 2. Now, once the new artifacts come out, then I'm pretty sure you can max out on a 3rd grenade at the cost of your super, as well as you get an additional melee as well. I said as well twice. But anyways, most likely I wouldn't with this at all. I just wouldn't even, no. This thing gets, I feel would get a tier 3.5 to tier 4 in PvE and PvP, because there are better exotics that you can use instead of Starfire Protocol that'll only give you an additional fusion grenade. And that's another issue with this. The fact that it says additional fusion grenade specifies fusion grenade is the reason why I give this such a low rating. If it just said additional grenade, then yeah, I would definitely recommend this. But given that it forces you to use a fusion grenade, I don't like it. You know, I'm definitely a firebolt guy, and if we're doing like something like zone control, then I would use the other one. But I definitely don't like using fusion grenades, because fusion grenades don't always track the person to, to link to their body. I don't know how many times I throw in a fusion grenade and it was like directly on the dude, and then he took like literally one step to the left or right, and it went right past him, when it's not supposed to, because it's supposed to like link onto their body and be that automatic kill. So I kind of get mad about that sometimes. So like I said, yeah, definitely extremely low on the tier list, or high depending on how you think of it. But yeah, so I definitely wouldn't get that, so I'd grab it, shard it, call it a day, move on. Next exotic is the super good advice, and I'll give you some super good advice right now. Do not buy this shit. Excuse my language. Do not buy this. It's not a good exotic. It's good to have and get rid of. That's pretty much it. There are legendaries that have better like stats on, you know, the weapon itself for a machine gun than the super good advice. So, yeah. Bungie, my super good advice to you is to scrap this thing. Make a better year 3 version, or make this like some way that we can evolve it, you know. But as of right now, super good advice is not really super good. And my only advice to you is to shard this as fast as possible. Do I even have one? No, of course I don't. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Whoops. It has a high fire rate, not so good impact, not so good range, not so good stability, not so good reload. But it does have a magazine of 58, so that's the only thing going for it. It is a solar damage machine gun with smooth ballistics, soft ballistics, CQB ballistics, crowd control, single point sling, hand loaded, flared magwell, and super good advice. I have no idea why I even read this. Don't buy this. Anyways, the last exotic is the ever so worthless Legacy Engram, which is for special weapons, and don't buy this either. So out of all this, don't buy the last two because they're both worthless, pretty much. So I apologize if you guys are very disappointed in the selection that Xur has for this week, but I don't control it. If it was me, I'd put Gjallarhorns across the board. You know, that way everyone could have one. Okay, maybe I wouldn't do that because that's just wrong. Gjallarhorns and Thorns for everybody! Oh my god, I would never do that. Anyways, so this concludes Xur Agent of the Nine for week 101. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about the video in the comments below. If you feel this video was helpful, please feel free to share it, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Reckless, and remember, own your success, and I will see you guys later.